collector here at Toy Fair 2015 with DC Collectibles. I'm here with Kevin. We're going to take a walk around the booth, look at all the awesome stuff they have coming out in 2015, and I'm going to let Kevin show you guys what to look forward to from DC Collectibles. Kevin?
Thank you very much. We got a lot of cool things to show you this year. So we're trying to celebrate a whole bunch of different things, all of the different ways of media that DC is kind of hitting you at. So we're talking about TV shows, we're talking about video games, comic books, everything you can think of. So we want to show you a few of the things here that we got coming up, starting with some of our media based on TV shows and video games. So Flash and Arrow, amazing TV shows for us. We also love our action figures. How about we mix them both together? So we got a cool 6-inch line. It features both Flash and Arrow characters. We're already coming out with the Flash and Arrow currently, but later in 2015, around November, we're looking at finishing off all the friends in the Arrow Cave with Arsenal, Diggle, and Felicity. And then, added into the Flash universe, we're going to be getting some of the bad villains into the mix, starting with Captain Cold. We got a lot more, though, planned, so this is just the tip of the iceberg, as maybe Captain Cold would say. So in addition to the 6-inch action figures, we also got some 12-inch statues that we're doing. So we've done some stuff previously with Arrow, so we wanted to mix it up a little bit with some of the other TV shows and work with a Grant Gustin-based Flash. Actually, based off the scans of the actors, we really captured his likeness in this one, and we're super excited by it. Cool, dramatic pose. And then adding to that, we're going into the Gotham territory with Ben McKenzie as James Gordon. So again, we're basing it off the scans, we're starting from there, and then we're going to give them some really cool expressions as we mix it up. Other than the TV shows, we also have some cool stuff coming from the video game world. So June 2nd, Arkham Knight, the finale to the Rocksteady trilogy of all the cool Arkham games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. So we've already announced these first 4 figures coming out. We got Batman, Scarecrow, Arkham Knight, and Harley Quinn. There may be more coming, but you're going to have to wait till June 2nd to find out more. So we're going to be celebrating No Arkham the whole year round. So later in the year, we're going to be celebrating some of the previous games with a cool 5-pack where we have all 4 Batmans from the 3 Rocksteady games and then the prequel game Arkham Origins, and then Bruce Wayne for the first time. So you're going to have Bruce and all his Batmans. And then in addition, for those fans who are worried that we weren't going to finish off all the assassins from the Arkham Origins game, we had 5 of them out there, we were missing 2. We got a 3-pack coming out with Lady Shiva, the Electrocutioner, and then because it's a prequel game, of course you get a prequel Harley with Dr. Harleen Quinzel. We have 2 great female-based statue lines that we want to show you as well. One of them is our hit line Bombshells, the kind of 1940s take on the female characters. We've been having a lot of success with these over the last year. We had a great variant cover month in our comic publishing, and we wanted to bring some of those images to life. We've been working with the great artist Aunt Lucia on some really fabulous designs. So we bring Lois Lane to the forefront, Batwoman, and some really great inspired looks from the 40s, Catwoman, and then our first deluxe Bombshell, and our first male in the line as well. So we got Joker and Harley, and they kind of take off the Times Square kiss where Nurse Harley is kind of taking control there. In addition, we also have our Cover Girls line, so it's a really great complement to the Bombshells line by having a different point of view, but also brings those same great females to the forefront. So we have Harley and Wonder Woman, and then a little surprise character in there with Bleez, the Red Lantern, kind of celebrating the Green Lantern universe. Following up with some of our artist-specific lines, we have our 7-inch lines that celebrate artist interpretations of our major characters. So we have the Superman Man of Steel line, the Wonder Woman Art of War line, and our Batman Black and White line. So in the Superman line, we have some great artists represented with John Romita Jr., who's on our Superman book right now, Cully Hamner, who did some great designs for the New 52, and Darwin Cook in this really amazing New Frontier retro look. In the female side, we got Wonder Woman represented in 2 great designs, one by Robert Valley based on the DC Nation Wonder Woman shorts. If you haven't seen them, definitely follow up. They're amazing. And then Jill Thompson, really great artist for us, both Vertigo and DC, doing her interpretation of Wonder Woman. For Batman Black and White, we have our very first Batgirl into the mix. So based off of the new look of Batgirl as seen in our comics, based on Babs Tarr and Cameron Stewart, we also have a really amazing Batman from Brian Hitch, who's going to be doing our Justice League of America book starting in June. And then 2 really great pieces from Carlos Deanda, amazing artist who worked for Wildstorm DC, but also did some concept art for the Batman Arkham Asylum games. And this is his Scarecrow and Batman versions. And then a little fun extra, in doing research for the Batman animated series lines we've been doing, we came across the original sketch by Paul Dini for Harley Quinn of his initial concept idea. So he finished it off for us, and we're able to bring her into the Batman Black and White line. Continuing with some really cool statues, we have Harley Quinn joining the Gotham City Garage line. Last year we had Catwoman, now we're bringing Harley into the mix. She's a lot of cool detail, really high-end, great motorcycle detail, great tattoo detail, costume detail, all that fun stuff. We even have the possibilities for an addition you can see off into the picture behind that features a sidecar and the 2 hyenas. So we'll have to see if the price point works out for us there. And then bringing it back to some, inspiration from the TV shows. We're in love with our Constantine show, and we wanted to kind of represent it with a cool Constantine comic book statue. So we went into the New 52 look of John Constantine and brought him to life in some kind of cool 9-inch scale statue territory. And then as our coupled line goes on, we have Harley and Joker this year. We had Batman and Catwoman in the past, Superman and Wonder Woman. This year, we feature Green Arrow and Black Canary as a famous couple based on Cliff Chang's artwork as seen on the Green Arrow and Black Canary wedding album. And then our bus line continues where it's based on the great sketches from Jim Lee, where he brings all these characters to life in that Jim Lee style. We have Catwoman, Deadshot, and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman will be coming out in 2016, but you're going to start seeing a lot more of the Suicide Squad characters with Deadshot coming out into the mix, obviously with a movie coming up. Something a little new and different for us. We had great success last year with our Dead Man plush, and so we're going to be doing some more plush this time, but based on Art Balthazar's look of the Super Pets. So a great line of books and publishing done through libraries and bookstores, but we wanted to bring some of them to life at a really cool size and a really good price point. So everybody from Dexstar and Crypto the Super Dog to Streaky the Super Cat and Hoppy the Bunny. So all of these guys are going to be showing up, and if successful, you're going to see a lot more. We also have some cool prop replicas that we're showing off here, and a lot of different things, both from our media-based stuff as well as our comic world. So we have everything from a prop replica of the Gotham City badge. So it's exactly pulled from the actual prop. We got the files in and the actual physical piece. And likewise, from the Flash, we have the reverse Flash ring as Harrison Wells maybe wears it. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen. And in addition, we're going to be doing some comic-based props as well. So we have a mother box that actually has light-up features and sounds. So we're going to see if we can get those on there. If the batteries have not worn out, there we go. So you can kind of see a light-up feature, and it goes through different pings, booms, and setups. So there we go. We're also going to be continuing with our Death and Sandman products by doing a Death Ankh. And one of the cool things we're doing this year too, which will be a Justice League Tarot set. So all 78 cards, Major Arcana and Minor Arcana, done by the amazing artist Sarah Richards. We always wanted to work with her on a project, so this was a really perfect way to do it. We worked on a lot of details, the meaning of the cards, what kind of characters would fit that card, what kind of pieces should be in the card visually, so that if you're doing an actual reading, it's passionate about, and it's the Batman animated line of figures we have. So we started this last year, we showed it off then, we had the first couple waves of action figures, but we're here to show you a whole bunch more figures and some other exciting parts. So in the past, we had done basically a 6-inch action figure scale. They come with a lot of different accessories, a base, some episode-specific accessories, all that kind of fun stuff. We wanted to kind of plus it up this year. So in addition to showing you additional figures, so we're showing waves 4 and 5 here that feature characters from both the Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures. We're also doing some new things here where we're showing a deluxe line, a vehicle, and a 2-pack. So all new things to show you just how much more this is going to expand. Now we know that some people had some concerns about the quality of the figures when we got to the first wave that's just releasing in stores now, and we wanted to let people know how we heard them and we're addressing those issues going forward. So actually we brought with us a prototype of one of the future waves. So he's a production model of Killer Croc, and so what we have here is a version that shows you what the new plastics are going to feel like. So they're a little bit more heavy in weight. You're going to see that the joints areas, especially areas like shoulders and hips, have a little bit more play. They're not quite so fragile. It gives them that range of movement that you want out of it, plus, kind of allows for more posability, which these are action figures, and the whole intent is to get them out there and do this. We wanted to let fans know that, yes, we heard what they were saying. We wanted to let them know that we're still passionate about this. This is an important line for us. We're showing waves 4 and 5, and because of that, we want people to get on board with this, and we would hate for them to miss the opportunity to have great characters like Killer Croc and all these characters we have here. The new Batman from the Batman the Animated Series we're showing. We have Riddler and Penguin from that series. We have the new Batgirl from the animated series. We got Nightwing, Bane, and Scarecrow from that series, as well as going back to the original series with Mad Hatter. So again, all amazing characters. We have so much to do. This line has so much potential. We don't want people to miss out. So have faith. We've heard everything that's going on, and we're going to be making sure that these things work great for you. In addition, our deluxe figure, Roxy Rocket, it's in the name. She had to have the rocket, so she became our first deluxe figure. It's going to have a little light, too, on the exhaust as well. And then in 2016, our first 2-pack is going to be Batman and Phantasm from Mask of the Phantasm, which shows how much we're going to commit to this line, and we're going to be starting to stretch things every year. So the Batman will be a similar one to the one that you get in the single figure, except with a new face sculpt. So you're going to see those two together. And then the big thing to show how much we are committed to this line is our Batmobile. So it is the Batmobile we always wanted to have. So based on the old toy version, we took a look at that. We looked at scale. One of the frustrating things is to not be able to fit a Batman and a Robin together in the Batmobile. So we were like, enough of that. We are going to do both. So you can get Batman, Robin into there. We have an open and closing area for the Batmobile. We also have a light feature. So you're going to see everything from headlights to exhaust to brake lights to a few lights on the dashboard as well. Super rolling too. You got great rollage there. A little seatbelt for safety as well in there. So we thought of everything for this one. We're really excited about this, and we hope it shows the fans here that this is the tip of the iceberg for all that will be coming. And we've already planned out everything in 2016, and you guys will be in love with it. So that's why we wanted to, again, get people back on board saying it's worth it. These lines, they're going to be fun. You're going to see so many characters. It's not going to stop us from doing 2 versions of a character. There's going to be deluxe stuff. There's going to be many packs of things. You're just going to love it. It's going to be your childhood all over again. So let's take you to the next section here as well. We have some really great stuff for our designer series, which are always very popular for us. They're 6 3/4 inch scale. We had a lot of success with Jay Lee previously in a Batman black and white statue, as well as an Ozymandias for Before Watchmen. We love his art so much. We think it translates to 3D so well. We took some inspiration from his Batman Superman book, and we did Batman, Superman, Catwoman, Wonder Woman. All great stuff. These are actual production models, so you can kind of get a sense of what the plastics are going to be like and how we're actually going to recapture his line work in 3D. The neat cuts, really cool blacks and inks. It's really, really a great piece. To kind of balance it off to something a little bit more friendly and rounded, we get the Terry Dodson look from Teen Titans Earth 1. So it's the Teen Titans characters you know, but maybe in new costumes because it's an alternate reality version of the guys. So we get Raven and Cyborg and Beast Boy and Starfire, all in these new cool looks. So again, super excited to always support new artists in this kind of series, and obviously that means that people who are getting great success with their art, we're going to see more figures from. It also allows us to try brand new artists starting in 2016, so you're going to see a lot of stuff in this designer series. So to show you an example, I mean, we're actually going to see Superman fly over to visit the next section. This is our new line of figures called the Icons. And for scale, just to make it super obvious, we're putting Superman into the mix of the 6-inch Icons line. So while our designer series line is 6 3/4, this new Icons line is 6-inch scale. So a standard male will be about 6 inches, and then characters will go up and down from there. So what makes this line special and different is, besides the scale difference, we're also opening this up to all eras of the DC Universe. For the first time in a long time, we're basically putting it all on the table. We're working with the great designer, Ivan Rice, who does amazing comic book work for us. He's super excited to be able to draw versions of these characters from eras that he hasn't been able to experience yet in the comics. So we have, like, in, say, Wave 1, crazy stuff from, like, the Longbow Hunter version of Green Arrow to, like, the Batman Hush version of Batman in this outfit, with the new 52 Mr. Miracle to Deadman from Brightest Day. So it's like in one wave alone, you're versing all of these different years and all of these different costume looks. So cool things like that are going to have more articulation than normal. We're going to have really cool accessories for these guys, very character specific. In the case of like Deadman, we were looking for a reason to get his power out there a little bit more, so we have his little possession accessory, which let's see if we can get this on to Superman here. He might be a good one for that. Oop. Let me get that. And in production, these guys will have a little bit clearer look, so you'll be able to kind of see some of Superman behind it, which will be kind of fun. So you'll get a sense of like, oh, Deadman's in Superman right now, or now he's going to go over and possess Aquaman or whoever it may be. So we have 3 waves of this we're showing here just to show how committed we are to this line. The first 2 waves will probably be by the end of 2015, with the 3rd wave being 2016. And you can kind of see even how it goes on. We got a little crazier and crazier with the accessories. Everything from a treadmill for Flash to, you know, all the different pieces and parts for Blue Beetle. Really great stuff for Lex Luthor. And then we went really crazy on Green Lantern, and he's going to become a deluxe figure because we were getting tired of having a Green Lantern figure that has just a lantern as his only accessory. His whole point is he makes constructs. You got to have a lot more going on there, so you're going to see that going forward. Cool things like the electricity hands for Black Adam. So we're trying to find lots of personality things here for those guys. And the 3rd wave is really early for us yet, so we're still not finished with all the sculpting for the faces, but we are really doing some fun stuff for Superman and Aquaman, Harley, and the Atoms, as we call them, because it's all 3 Atoms at that point. We're going to be offering you guys Atomica, Ryan Choi Atom, and the Ray Palmer Atom. So all 3 of those guys will be featured, but since they've been digital sculpted, hopefully we'll do sets in the future where you get them at different sizes, so soon you'll be able to complete your entire Atom set. So you'll see a lot of fun stuff here. Not even all the accessories are shown because we're going to have so many. You know, we're really taking a page from the Batman animated series where we had a lot of fun with all these specific accessories, everything from interchangeable heads and hands and all those kinds of pieces. So you're going to see a lot of that represented here in this line as well. So not to let the Icon statue line, you know, go unnoticed, we have that line continuing, which is our 9-inch line of really classic versions of the characters from the comics. But based on a lot of the characters, we're getting a lot of media play. So you're going to see that there's a Shazam movie that's been announced going forward. So we wanted to have a great statue of him out there. Even has that cool kind of effect for his chest to kind of show where the power crackles out of his lightning bolt. And then we have Green Lantern featured, which is kind of wonderful to have him out there in this cool way with the kind of shine and metallic look. And then finally, we got Firestorm out there in the Icons line for the first time. He's getting a lot of play right now in the Flash TV series. We want to make sure we got him out there in that way. On the shelves, we have our Dr. Fate helmet. So this is based as seen on the Constantine TV series. You might notice it from the pilot episode specifically, but it does show up in many other episodes after that. And it is based off a development prop we had actually for years that we never had gone and done. But we had it lying around the office. They were ready to do the pilot, and we're like, you know what? If you need some magical items to put around here, here's a helmet we never used. Then they pick it up, and it was amazing. So we got this version done as well. The intent is not to wear it. It's not a wearable item, because not all head sizes would do well with this, but it is done in a style that would be exactly accurate to what the helmet of Naboo would actually look like. We're going to have 2 different versions of this, too. One version that's about $250 to $300 price point, and then one that's going to have 24-karat plated electroplating to it. That's going to be probably closer to $800 for those true collectors and fans of Dr. Fate.
Thanks for tuning in, checking out the whole DC Collectible booth. We just finished up with Kevin. Got our sweet little gifts here. Can't wait to crack these bad boys open and take a look at them. And also, they gave us a cool preview of something in the back. Can't really talk about it, but I can say it's quite awesome. And they're going to preview it at San Diego Comic-Con. You guys should take a look at it when they preview it. You're definitely going to like it. Unfortunately, I can't really talk much more about it. All right? Thanks for checking in, guys. Happy hunting.